play the darkness for a change?
Oh, it was so rewarding. I mean, you know, the first season was about playing these two opposite characters, and when that was taken away, and it was about sort of reconciling what the character thought was reconciling two parts of herself. She ended up like in a safe place, in a middle ground, where I think that Mary Margaret was kind of dragging down Snow White and making her a bit of a sap in some ways. And so I think that her going dark has ignited something in her, and it's far more fun to play than anything else. So that inner turmoil and what it does to the dynamics between all the characters.
Snow White was such a tough woman, as we've seen in the flashbacks, and Mary Margaret to some extent. When they go to Neverland, that's the kind of place that Snow White would really like to stay a little bit longer and visit.
Well, the rules of Neverland are going to be very different, I think. I think what we've discovered is that the rules of every realm are very different, and that magic works differently in various places. That objectives are going to be different because of how different realms are sort of run by their ruling classes, and I think that we're going to have to figure out what the rules of this world are before figuring out who we can be in this world.
You're on a big ship now.
Yes.
Right? A lot of conflicting characters and a lot of conflicting ideas.
Yes.
Is that all going to just boil over?
Totally. But we have a common goal, so we're going to have to figure out how to put our egos aside and work together. I mean, there's no way that we can, of course, get Henry if we're too busy, at each other's throats.
And all the doting grandparents.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So how does it feel to be a grandmother?
I hope that that's something that we address, how it feels to be a grandmother, because really last season we only touched upon the fact, and I think it was like in the premiere episode that we are grandparents, and we haven't had a chance to explore that relationship, that dynamic in any way. I think last year was so action-filled. I think we were continuously being distracted by, the plot at hand. We were always on some adventure and never getting to really address what was going on between us. And I really hope that we get those moments this year to figure out who we are to each other.
It was interesting because Charming said last year, it's like, or maybe it was your character that said last year, what would it be to have, thank goodness we don't celebrate Thanksgiving.
Oh my gosh.
That was like the best line.
Yeah. I feel like it might have been Rumple, but I could be wrong.
No, it wasn't Rumple. I think it was either Charming. I think it was Charming.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, I think it was Charming.
But that was a good one.
Thank goodness we don't celebrate Thanksgiving.
Yes, no.
I can't just imagine. But now you are, because you're all together.
Well, I don't know. Well, and that's the thing. Is like how much genuine celebrating can there be when everybody's so selfish?
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.